Congressman Paul Ryan, the head of the Budget Committee, is back home this morning in Wisconsin. You were one of the engineers of these cuts, Congressman, but I can't find anyone who believes the Senate is going to go along with cuts this deep. So what happens now?
Well, I think you're right. I don't think the Senate will pass this cuts. We will have to negotiate. Look, we're not looking for a government shutdown, but at the same time, we're also not looking at rubber stamping these really high elevated spending levels that Congress blew through the joint 2 years ago. You know, they increased spending by 24% on domestic discretionary 2 years ago, 84% when you had the stimulus, and they want to keep that status quo locked in place. So we want some real spending cuts. We don't want to accept these extremely high levels of spending while we negotiate how to continue funding the government.
Well, how then, Congressman, give me the starting point. Where do you think would be a good place to start talking about how to get together with the Senate on something more realistic?
Well, our goal is to bring spending back down to pre-bailout, pre-stimulus spending levels, 2008 levels. My guess is we'll probably have some short-term extensions while we negotiate these things with spending cuts. We don't want to accept these extremely high elevated levels, and so we're going to have to start negotiating on these things, not just with the Senate, but also with the President as well. You know, I'm not going to go through negotiating through the media, with all due respect, but we are not going to accept these extremely high levels of spending. We're not looking for a government shutdown, and I think we'll have some negotiations with short-term extensions with spending cuts in the interim, is my guess.